On Hot Picks today, we are looking at commodities. Our guest has German potash producer K&S as his top pick. Let's get more from Taylor McKenna, analyst at Kopernik Global Investors. Thanks very much indeed for joining us, Taylor.
Thanks for having me today.
Remind us what K&S is all about, because they have operations in Canada.
Right. They have operations in Canada and in Germany. They're a potash producer. And the reason why we like it is if we look at potash, right now it's trading well below the incentive price, around $330 a ton. To increase the supply, to build new mines, you're going to need a price well above $500 a ton. And as long-term investors, if we look out 5 years or so, you'll be in a shortfall. So there will be new mines that need to be built. Prices will have to rise. And in that environment, K+S has a very good mine in Canada and then some middle to higher cost mines in Germany. But with those middle to higher cost mines, they have incredible optionality to these likely higher prices in the future. They also have a very strong balance sheet, so they can weather this storm that they're in right now. So we see a lot of upside in the future.
Actually, maybe we could put up a quick one-year chart for Nutrien. You probably saw that story that U.S. President Donald Trump mused about putting tariffs on Canadian fertilizers, but he's been going to and fro. He issued an executive order just a while ago to cut tariffs on imports of Canadian potash. And so he's been cutting them now. He's apparently talking about increasing them again. I see the Nutrien investors are taking the news in stride. Right.
We also like Nutrien a lot too. So they have incredible assets in Canada, very low on the cost curve, very well managed overall throughout this cycle. I think it would be pretty hard to put tariffs on fertilizer from Canada because U.S. farmers rely on this so much.
Right. We're tight for time, and I'm sorry about that. Valterra Platinum Holdings. What draws your attention here, Taylor?
Sure. I was listening to your previous guest, and he was making a lot of good points on the fundamentals continuing for gold into the future. And we agree with that. We still like gold, but we actually see a lot more upside in platinum for some of the same reasons. Historically, it's traded at a 1-to-1 ratio to gold over the long term. It's at a 60% discount to gold right now. You're seeing jewelry demand and investment demand really pick up throughout this summer and into this fall. So there's a lot to like there when you compare it to gold, at least historically. Importantly, on the supply side, it's always important to look at the supply side when you're investing in these metals. The supply side is pretty dire at current prices. So you'll need much higher prices for reinvestment to occur in the core market of production, with its South Africa likely north of $2,000 an ounce, and we're here around $1,500. Getting back to the company Valterra Platinum has incredible assets, some of the best assets in the world. They're in South Africa. They're the largest platinum producer in the world. They have a very good management team and a strong balance sheet. So they're doing okay at current prices. But if prices rise, that would foster new investment, which is likely to happen. They have incredible optionality like K+S.
And then finally, Glencore, a giant name in metals.
Sure. Glencore we view it as a sum of the parts nature. They have an underappreciated copper portfolio in our mind. They bought in some great assets, some brownfield assets over the years. And as everyone wants more copper, they're going to be increasing production over the next 5 or 10 years, particularly in Argentina. They also have one of the best coal portfolios in the world. Some of those assets are in Canada that they bought for Teck at a very, very good price. We're going to need coal for a while longer, especially these met coal assets in Canada. And then, of course, they have the trading business, which gives them solid cash flows and allows them to buy back stock at depressed value. So we see from some of the parts value a very good opportunity in Glencore right now.
And of course, we're almost out of time, but major shakeup in the metal market with it. Looks like Anglo American is going to get Teck Resources. Of course, the votes have still to be counted.
Yes, it does. It does seem that way, and it looks like the company will be headquartered in Canada. There's some very good assets within Teck, but Glencore surely got some great coal assets very cheaply.
Thank you very much, Taylor. Really appreciate it. Taylor McKenna, analyst at Kopernik Global Investors.